right, chat. We are back for PM session. So let's see. Let's see what we have and what's going on in the markets. Right. So we're back here for PM session, and this is what we want to take a look at and what is happening and what is going on. So if we can drop down to the 2 minute chart for a second. We got a little bit of a rally here. And if you missed AM session with us this morning, here was the trade that was taken this morning. Beautiful entry. In which I wish y'all we would have kept this and got this snatched this whole entire move up, right? If we would have get if we were able to get this whole entire move, it would have been beautiful. But it's all good. So, what am I looking for and what is happening right now in this trade? So, as you guys check that out to see what it is of what we're looking for exactly, just give me 1 second. I gotta step away right quick. All right, we're back. We're back. So, here's what we're looking for and what is happening right now in the market. So, we have a market structure shift. And I'm sorry, y'all. There's a lot going on around my crib right now. My neighbor, she just sold her home. She's closing tomorrow and she's leaving to move to Fort Myers. So, uh, we just got done talking. And I mean, she's really cool. So, it's going to suck to see her leave. But, you know, um, yeah. So, y'all see a market structure shift here. Let's drop down to the 1 minute so we'll be able to see that and what we have going on here. So, this is what we're looking for, chat. So, we have market structure shift that is happening right here, right? Um, and we also have this fair value gap that is here, right? So, got a little bit of a fair value gap that's right there. And currently, this looks to be bullish, right? And we're still below midnight open, which is here. So we could either trade here, but I want us to take a look at something, right? Because remember how we talked about like important levels. So I'm looking at either 73.58, right? Let's look at 73.58. 73.58. Boom, 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 boom. Boom here. 73.58. That's 59.58. So we're looking at this level here, 73.58, right? And just below 73.58 at 73.55. So and I'm gonna tell you exactly why I'm looking at these levels here and why they're very important. Okay, so and mm, mm, we could go about right there. Okay, so for this level, right? Mm-hmm. Previous week low and previous day. Oh, what in the world? All right, so we took out previous week low today and previous day low today, right? That did happen. That did take place. So what do we have here is we have a market structure shift happening and taking place. So we'll label that. What in the world? Why do it does that? Like for some reason, I know I clicked on this. Okay. Into a fair value gap. So right now, most people will say, all right, well, are we bullish? Now look, we traded into this fair value gap that's here. Boom. We traded into the fair value gap that was here, right? But we caught a fair value gap here too as well. So if you look at this and you look at this correctly, what are you starting to see? What are you starting to see? Because if you go back here, right, we have our order block here. And so if a person like me who say for instance I missed the trade from this morning and price did all of this, I would have been able to catch an entry either here and caught this move on down and we accumulate back up. And I think what we're doing is accumulating back up to be able to either um uh I mean we got market structure shift. I just think price, because it's so weak, it either chops for the rest of the day because it made a huge move on today. We either chop for the rest of the day or or we continue to push up and probably hmm, this is interesting. I just thinking that we're gonna chop for the rest of the day and price probably like doesn't go back and take over previous day low or previous week low. And if it do that, right? Like maybe we get that move. Like probably market open on tomorrow. or later this evening. But I don't know. It seems to be that we're headed that way now. So, I mean, who knows? Who knows? You know, right above that, here is our equilibrium, and it remains to be seen. It remains to be seen. So I'm just interested in seeing how this thing plays itself out. But as you all can see, this is what we have going on so far. Okay, on ES. So let's take a look. While we're taking a look at ES, let's take a look at MNQ. And MNQ is doing the same exact thing, right? So same thing on MNQ. Nothing too shabby. Nothing too shabby, guys. Let's also take a look at oil real quick. So we see what's going on with oil too as well. So right now where we are within the markets, this is just a good opportunity for us to be able to let's just scope the scene. Let's just scope the scene. When I say scope the scene, right? Like I'm talking about us literally just finding opportunities that may present themselves even in the long run. Like earlier today, I wanted to take a look at Walmart. Look at Walmart. Oh my goodness. This thing is dropping down. It's at 118 now. I remember Walmart being at like 96 bucks. And you could see it just been going sideways ever since. But I was seeing Walmart at like 96 bucks back in 2025. Like, look, let me go to the daily. Look at this. You had a break, retest, move, continue on a continuation. Like that right there was a perfect trade too as well. Like it gets no better than those break and retests. Like, man, look at that. Look at that. Most people don't even know how to trade this. But that would have been very beautiful, that trade right there with Walmart. But listen, back in 2020, look, I told y'all I'm not lying. Look at where Walmart was in 2025. That's why I was like, the trades happened, people. A lot of money was made. It's looking like on ES we're going back to take out previous day lows. So it would have been good to catch that long. But today, ah, you have beautiful price action, all for us to get what? All for us to get what? Nothing. Beautiful price action, all for us to get nothing. But it is okay. It is okay. So we're looking at Walmart. Walmart is continuously pushing on. I would love to see Walmart, like if we do the overall, right? Like the overall of that whole entire move from the low to the high, like overall on that move. Let's see. retrace back 38%, but we want to see Walmart at like $101. If it could crack anything below that, give me that. Give me that. I will take that. There's no reason why I wouldn't take that. There's no reason why. So, okay, let's do uh let's do another one. So, what about Nvidia, right? Nvidia, same thing with Nvidia, right? Like if you take just the most recent swing, it's looking like we're at this level here, 164.35. That's a very important key level. We're retracing back 50% so far on Nvidia. So 191 could be good, but if it breaks below 191 and we get no continuation from that, then obviously you know kind of where we're going with this. So here's another one. Like let's take a look itself at NQ, right? From the daily. Is there anything that you all see? Hmm? It's reacting off of this fair value gap. So if you can see that fair value gap there, price is reacting off of this fair value gap on NQ. And so with where we are now, I mean, we can come back, like I'm talking back hard down to possibly 23,200 all the way down here to like 23,200, and I can mark that out for you. Like somewhere around here, right? So, I mean, it remains to be seen, but this is a I mean, how would what I would put here and say is here we go again. It does this every single time. Like it never fails. Um, okay, so we'll just put that there. Like I like how now the big question is like, do you sell off AI? And I think you do because if you look at the reaction of what has happened and taken place off of this fair value gap here on the daily on NQ, to me it's just all the more it makes all the more sense for you to be short this market after this massive run that we've had the last few weeks. The last what 9 weeks, we should say. If we go to the weekly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. After 9 straight days, 9 straight weeks of pumping, um, yeah, I mean, I would be short the market right now. Look at the reaction. I mean, this is the weekly chart, but if you drop down to the daily, look at the reaction off of the fair value gap. And this is pretty much kind of like the trade that we took this morning, right? Like if you was to inverse this, right? And you took the inversion of this, I'm talking about a move to here on NQ. That would be me. This would be the trade. This would be the trade. And so it's going the beauty about this, and this is what I love about trading, right? So say for instance, if you wasn't able to, in which price action was so difficult this year, like it was so difficult this year, like in February, like look at all this chop, right, that we had in February, March, and then all of a sudden April, May, like price action in June, price action was just, you know, slowly, it was like methodical within its movements. But it moved, right? And so with it doing that, the beauty in all of this is this. Anytime you're able to see the markets move within this magnitude and do those things that it does, you can count this almost as, in my opinion, on the daily chart, right? We're talking about this on the daily chart. You're now finna get full distribution to the downside. And it's gonna make the economy feel like it's weak. I kid you not. I kid you not. And when I say the full entire move, I'm talking about like coming to here, like 16,000. And you're like, there's no way NQ goes to 16K. And I'm like, there is a possibility there, guys. There's a strong possibility. Strong. I mean, strong. I mean, strong, strong, strong. People are not going to want to hear that. They're going to think you're insane. But this is a clear picture. Like, just take a look at this, right? From this is on the weekly chart, right? Take a look at this, and this is what I want you to take a look at. And you tell me if I'm tripping, right? Just tell me if I'm tripping. Look, boom, boom. This is what I see. This is what I see. Okay. And everybody who is starting to buy into the market now, I swear it feels like you're going to be exit liquidity. That's what it's giving. But if I'm wrong, I just want someone to tell me why I'm not wrong. Tell me why I'm wrong first and foremost. If you could tell me why I'm wrong, then maybe I would change my mind or my entire perspective on how I see things. But in my humbled opinion, this is what I see. I kid y'all not. And maybe I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong because I don't like when things like this happen. But if it takes me having to short the market and we have beautiful setups like we had today, trust me, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Give it to me. So let's do another one. Um, for sure. So this is what I want to do. We talked about those this morning. Let's talk about let's go into crypto for a second. Look at TTD. Hold on, stop. Wait. Let's take a look at TTD for a minute. Oh my goodness. If I recall, there was a guy, and maybe he'll take the L and accept the L on this one. But there was a guy who was literally talking about uh TTD. But look at where my forecast target is at $11. And you see when I was talking about shorting this, people was saying that they were so long on TTD, and I was like, if you're buying contracts for TTD, I know you're sitting in massive losses right now. There's no way you're telling me that you're in this trade and you're not having significant losses because this has been on a downtrend all the way back in November of 2025. Well, since January, shoot, bump that. You could go January 2025. It's been ugly. It's been ugly for TTD. That's crazy. 19 bucks. But the thing is that this thing can skip though. Like if we're taking a look at levels, you see how it broke through this key level here and just continue on down. If we're taking a look at levels, right? And I'm gonna go out to the weekly on this. Look at where it's coming. I mean, it's more clearer on the weekly by far than anything. We're at 567 days since the top. This thing has been going down for that long. Is that not insane? That's insane to me. I feel so bad for people who have been holding TTD and they've been holding it since like say for instance like you was one of those people who were like, "Oh yeah, I'm buying the dip," right? And you bought this dip here at like 42 bucks, but you yet to take profits when it hit 152, and you just price just came back, retested that $40 uh area, right? And just inversed itself right there at $90 and just been on a downtrend ever since. Like when you talk about a ass stock, yes. TTD is right up there. It is. And at once I was an advocate for TTD. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, but once I saw that they could not compete within this time frame with their competitors and that they were losing their customers, like their customers did not like their new programming system that they were using, that they were complaining about that. Like once I saw that, it was like the writing on the wall for TTD at that point. It was like, all right, here we go. Do you sit there and continuously hold this or do you just get out? Like that's what it felt like with TTD. But here's my favorite right here. Like I told you all, this is mine. And we're reaching my target area for buys. And so regardless, I'm looking at these areas here where you can see where my alarm is set, my alert is set. We're close to hitting that at 534. It may be aftermarket, right? When that happens. So we're just taking a look at like everything of what like we were engaged in and what we got out of. Like rare earth minerals has just been ass as well. Just choppiness. Just choppiness. Just choppiness. ONDS. Even if you're looking at ONDS, this looks like a what? A possible bull flag on ONDS on the weekly. So therefore it could be a continuation move. But I mean at this point of where we are, the part that scares you is that wick below the parallel. Because if structure was to break here, it's like a free for all. You have, you know, obviously this fair value gap here to be able to react off of. So you're looking at around $2 and some change, like 290, 280. And I don't know, man. It's not looking good at all. It's not. It's not. Look, this is what we're gonna do. If we crack 615, ooh boy, this could be ugly. So if we go to it on the daily, right, and we look at it on the daily, we pretty much can see we can pretty much see it better to assess it. So I'm thinking that you get a break, retest of that key level, and then just it just breaks down from that point. But we'll see, right? We will see. Now, let's take a look at these cryptos. Obviously, the important ones. So look at this. I thought I was looking for a cup and handle pattern to pan out on XRP, and you clearly see that that did not happen at all. You ask yourself, Jeremy, what were you thinking? I can tell you right now, I have no idea what I was thinking, um, at all. I was way off with XRP, knowing that we were in a downtrend though, right? Same like this. This is what we would call a bear flag. Boom, boom. So it just it's playing itself out. The bear flag pattern playing itself out. Um, Same thing with ETH, right? Paying itself out. Chainlink. Here's one that I do want to keep my eyes on. And that is Cardano. And I'm gonna tell you why. Like, real quick, I'm gonna give you a real reason as to why I'm keeping my eye on Cardano and just want to hear what is happening. I remember when Cardano, the man, I forgot his name. What is his name? I forgot his name, but he's the obviously the founder of Cardano ADA, and he was meeting with Elon at one point, and so I'm not sure. Like, let's see if we could find like that clip of, of him talking about it. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can find it. Even if I did find it, I still wouldn't be able to play it. I'll only be able to play like a few seconds of it. I'll have to drop the link in the chat to be able to see. So let's take a look at SBX. And if we're going solely based off of historical data, right? Like, I could remove that out the way. And we just use historical data to be able to help us. Let's just take a look and see. I mean, even along the way, it inverts this fair value gap that we had here, right? It inverts that. But then we would say this candle here That's previous month low from that candle. And then we have a fair value gap here, here. This was your gap move up, and you have a fair value gap that's fully inverted that's sitting here too as well. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't even think we even created, right? Like 7620 as our high, right? 7620 as our high. I just knew for sure we was going to crack 8,000. I just knew it. So, hmm. So 76 2090 is our high, all-time high. Do we continue to have continuation? I doubt it. Because the market takes a staircase going up and an elevator's going down or in an elevator going down. So it take the stairs going up, right? And then it just takes the elevator going down. Here's what we mean by that. Like, even if you were to go to this morning, you see that? A sweep of previous day low and previous week low in order to be able to come back short. Like, I would, right now, mm, if you get displacement here, it's a go. It will be a go. So, in order for that to happen, you just have to be patient and wait. So, we're looking for something, you know, like this. Stop loss will be right here. So, I would say 72.57. If the shorts were to come in again, 72.57 is a key level for me. First initial TP 73.12, 72.80, and then I'm all the way out at 72.57. Like that's what I would be looking for if the continuation to the upside doesn't continue on. I mean, it already swept previous day low and previous week low. So with those already like being swept, like I said, we could end up being choppy for the rest of the day because of the big moves that has happened and taken place, or we just see how it goes. So we don't know as of right now. We don't know. So this is just where you exercise patience. Exercise patience. So hopefully price can pull back. If not, we're just gonna be choppy. And I hate trading a choppy market. I think that was the last time why I traded YM. Like if you go back and look at my trade on YM a while ago, I don't even know if I still have it on my computer. Let's see. Yeah, I was trying to find it on YM. Let's see, April 26th. Let's go to the 4 hour. Yeah. Mm, 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 mm. Talking about insane. The market has just been super bullish. Look, the market has been super bullish, but who hasn't been super bullish at all? Who hasn't been at all? Bitcoin going to 250K. Okay. That would have been beautiful short right there on crypto. All the way down to 61K. Yep. And so let's just take a look at gold. Same thing for gold. Yo, I don't even I'm literally trying to sit here and grasp the fact that like even silver, right? When these things had reached its peak and I was just sitting there like, oh man, like if you look at some of these, they have a chance to fly, right? Like let me clear some of this off the screen. 'Cause I was trying to day trade this. So overall, even if you're looking at silver, could this be a potential bull flag? I'm only playing devil's advocate. See, a fall down would be 38 bucks back to 35. Oh, that's 40. Hmm. This is going to be interesting. Oddly enough, with silver and hmm. So I was trying to see something, right? I was trying to see something. But anyways, at the same time, let's take a look at what we have going on. We've just been choppy. And that's what I told you. The markets could just chop for the rest of the day. Choppy, choppy, choppy. We need a break below this low in order to be able to engage in any type of shorts we want to engage in. But until that happens, then we're left sitting here stuck on the sidelines, where you're now forced to be disciplined. What if, right? Like, I was just sitting here thinking about SpaceX coming on Friday, right? And if I could go down here to my space place, um, let's look at it. They got pre, so we added it to the list. Obviously, there's nothing on the chart as of yet, but we have it. So let's do Rocket Lab. Let's take a look at Rocket Lab. And obviously, we're not day trading this. We want to go a little bit higher. So let's go to our daily time frame. And as you can see, it's a break below the 50% level. And once it hits the 618, you can see where buyers kind of stepped in and pushed that candle up a little bit. It's not trying to. This is interesting. It's like you're getting a second chance. It's like you're getting a second chance. So here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to do. Mm, it's looking like, man, we're pushing up higher. Let's just take a look and see how this thing pans out. Wow. So we're still bullish, chat, as of right now. I could actually long this, and how I would long this is this right here. I would enter here. This will be my stop loss, and I'm looking to target midnight open. I mean, it looks good. Like that's what I would do. So we'll see.
Scotty C got this one.
all right, chat. So we see a push to the upside. I'm targeting midnight open and seeing if we could get a push there. I mean, because what today has given us is tape reading, right? Like we had the beautiful trade from this morning. We had the continuation pattern that happened and took place. And we could either from this point go back to midnight open and retrace back down, or because we swept previous day low, previous week high, I mean previous week low, I mean I see no reason as to why it even came back to that level again to retrace itself and come back. I just see it continuing to midnight open. And I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But, you know, who knows? But if I were in this trade, I just think it just choppy. It just be choppy all the way until it makes it to that point. So what I'm looking for is something that'll be like this. I mean, I could be wrong, but like something like that. But who knows? Who knows? So we're just gonna continue to just look at this. But like I said, I have been like trying to figure out man, I had things happen, man, earlier today, like at my crib that I have not been happy with at all. Like I have not been happy today whatsoever. But it is what it is, right? Stuff that you can't control. Like these are things that I can't control. And like I tell my kids all the time, control what you can control. And so sometimes I have to tell myself, control what you can control, right? That's it. And so what I have a issue with is my neighbor's tree fell near my garage and it hasn't damaged my garage. I think my gutter is damaged, but I when I saw it, I saw him leave home this morning and he hasn't been back home and he works from home. So I think he ran away from the problem of knowing like I'm gonna be at his door knocking like knocking. And I would be telling this man like, "Hey, bro, what are you gonna do about this? What are your homeowner insurance is gonna do about this? Like, this needs to get handled." So I don't know. We're gonna see. But guys, like I said, this long, will it play itself out to midnight open? And as of right now, it's looking like a sure thing. So you just have to hold out and see. But this is how I will take this initial trade here. And sometimes I have to tell people like sometimes, dude, like you literally have to have a true understanding. Like I tell people all the time, like if you don't have no understanding of how the market play out, uh, there's no way you're going to be successful in this game. I just don't see it, and I don't care what you try to tell me. Look at that move, beautiful push to the upside. Look at there, look at that, look at that. I told you all, it's just a matter of being patient and understanding what is happening and what is taking place. That's all. Everything else does not matter. It doesn't matter at this point. I think right now, like what I'm going to issue out this challenge, and maybe I may start this challenge on tomorrow. Like, we may start this challenge on tomorrow, and we could go on this journey together live. And on this journey, we do. I don't know if we go 50K or 25K on this one. I just have no idea. Not right now. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It remains to be seen. You got to give me a maybe a probably by the end of this afternoon to be able to have a better idea or judgment on that. But once I have a better understanding, then we'll be able to go from there. Serena Williams returned back to the tennis court today. Wow, how did I miss that? I did not like that reaction of what we just got, but it remains to be seen. We're still looking good on the 5 minute, but I did not like that reaction right there, chat. I do not like that at all. I really, I give me a second, guys. Let me look at something real quick. Beautiful reaction. Like I said, I really just see us just chopping our way up, but it remains to be seen. Correct? Look, this is what we were going for. We was looking for something that was to happen like this. and then it just breaks on down or whatever. Like once the market closed, like below midnight open. That's just how I feel. If that happens, then it's like, okay, we're on to something. But we'll see. Right now, this trade is still playing itself out. So we got a fair value gap on the 5 minute. So if you go up to the 5 minute chart, right, and you were to see this, this is what your reaction would have been off of that 5 minute. So this is what is happening. It's inverting this 5 minute fair value gap. Which makes this stuff interesting, by the way, right? So we're just gonna be patient. We're gonna exercise our patience.
Got TL.
In the shadows, still I'm crawling. Lift me higher. Oh, voices rising. I surrender.
Beautiful, beautiful move.
These chains I can't escape.
Beautiful.
The fire make me stronger. Bring me back. Don't let
So look, chat.
me fade.
So if midnight open is our target, like where are we gonna take profits, right? Where are we gonna take profits? Our first initial TP, okay? So our first initial TP, I'm looking at this level here of 74.01. 74.01. 74.01. Then I tell y'all, it do this every single time. I kid y'all not. for some reason, I don't know if it clicked, right? Like, meaning like it has now clicked for those who have been trying to figure out how in the world do I get myself in position to be able to day trade? How in the world do I get my position to be able to make extra money? How do I put myself in position to just be profitable? Right? Like, how many of you are tired of taking losses?
I've been falling, Lord, I'm calling. Take this weight, I can't remain.
Like, sometimes the losses just continues to mount up to where it's like you're gonna give up at some point. I think we're gonna get a big move here, or we just continue to just
Voices rising,
stair step our way up to the top. I'm not sure, but we're gonna see.
chains I can't escape. Through the fire, make me stronger. Bring me back, don't let me fade.
Now, the main thing is we gotta pay attention to two things here.
Gatiel.
We gotta pay attention to two things. This 5 minute fair value gap, right? If we come and take out this fair value gap here on the 5 minute chart, and price starts to come back to come back to where our entry is, psychologically you have to ask yourself, okay, do I hold here or do I just go ahead and kind of like what is it? What is it? What is it? Do I hold here or do I just go ahead and kind of like close the trade with no losses because you done already done moved your stop loss to break even at this point, right? Because you wanted it to be a free trade in a sense, in which you could have, but I usually don't do it unless I hit first TP, my first TP. Once I hit my first TP, because sometimes when you move your stop too early, it price could just comes right back to your entry, sweep where your entry is, and then continue on higher. But you done closed out at break even, and then you miss out on the trade. That's why it's kind of like I'm okay with the risk. I just have to be okay with the risk. And I would rather you be okay with that risk too as well. So the main thing here is being able to journal what you have going. You want to be able to journal so that you could be able to ask yourself, like, how was I, what was I thinking, how, what was I feeling during this time frame of when I took this trade? Like, what was my thought process? So let's just see how this thing plans out. So we see it happening on this 5 minute candle has now inversed. We're on the pullback, but I see no reason to close out on this position yet, guys. I just say still hold. All right, we're now headed into drawdown on this trade. So we're just gonna see. There's still no reason to close out on the trade. Like I know most people right now psychologically would just close out on the trade, but in all actuality, like there's no reason for me to close out on this trade. I love my levels and where everything is. Hey, if I get stopped out, I get stopped out. That's the risk that I was willing to take on the trade, you know? And I want you to think like that too as well as a trader. So if price is not doing what you wanted to do continuously, like obviously you're gonna have to take a breather, right? Like it's not gonna go up without taking a breather. We see that happening now with our overall trend, right? Like it's the same thing here. If we get stopped out, we get stopped out. It is what it is. But we're not even in drawdown yet, like that. So hopefully we get a reversal here, you know. We're still gonna hope for the best. Could he be on time for this trade? We'll see, we'll see, we'll see, we'll see. Hopefully price can continue to push past through this key area of where we are. We went back and retested this area, inversed off of this fair value gap, and price is looking to continue to push forward. So those of you who closed out your positions early because you moved your stop loss to break even and we did not hit TP yet, this is the reason as to why you will continuously hold your trades. And so let this be a lesson learned, you know? Let this be a lesson learned. This is all psychological. This is all psychological. So we're just still hoping to be able to break through this area right here where we're having heavy pressure of price just coming back to retest this zone. But I mean, all we could do is just allow the trade to happen, right? You plan the trade, you trade the plan. So what this is what I'm thinking. Like I was thinking this earlier. That if we were to do market analysis at probably starting at what time? 8:30? 8:30 maybe. That way we could do like a pre-market of the whole entire market itself outside of just what happens in futures, because those of you who are like option traders, who want to day trade, or like are swing traders or whichever, like we'll be able to take a look at all of that within the hold and not keep ourselves boxed in. You feel me? Like I would rather us not be boxed in than keeping ourselves within the box and people are not able to excel in areas where they could possibly have really good strength. And you say, "Oh well, Jeremy, what is that?" Like, look at that move, beautiful move. I told you all, hold on to your position. Don't give in. Don't give up. Hold on to your position. Don't close out on the trade. Most people would have closed out on this trade and would have missed out on this opportunity.
Lord, give me you. Lord, give me you. Lord, give me you. Lord, give
And
me
they would have missed out. So
Scotty,
the way this trade is planning itself out, like how we see, we had came back, retested this key level that was here, right at our entry point, right? Took us in a little bit of a drawdown. But what did I say? I said, there's no reason for me to exit out of my trade. This trade is going to do a reversal, right? And we're looking to close out at first initial TP. Obviously, we'll leave a runner for it to continue on to midnight open. But hey, if we don't make it there to midnight open, at least we can close the trade out right at our first initial TP, which will be there. That will be the trade.
Give me you. Everything is away. Give me you. I hope not too late. Lord, give me you. Lord, give me
So what am I looking to do right here, chat? Like, this is what I'm looking to do right here. I'm going to cut risk off on my position, on my stop loss here. I know I said earlier that, hey, I'm not going to move my stop loss until we hit TP1. But look, my TP1 is going to be where we end up closing the trade, guys. Because of how price action is moving here in the afternoon, I just don't feel comfortable with us going to midnight open. So if we were to hit first initial TP, I'm just going to go ahead and close out the trade. I already cut risk. And I could trail my stop here if I choose to. I could go ahead and choose my stop right here I may not choose my stop. I am so sorry. I could go ahead and trail my stop here if I wanted to. But I want to break above these highs prior to me doing that, right? Like, I'm still cool with where I am right now with the risk it is that I have on the trade. But if we were to break these highs here, If we were to break those highs there, then I'll start trailing my stop. But until then, no. I'm fine with where we are. We already cut risk 25%. So let's just sit here and just plan the trade out. Let the trade ride out.
Branson.
There we go, chat. Look, we just broke that high. What did I say? We break that high, and what are we gonna do? Now we trail our stop, right? Now you trail your stop, and you could trail your stop right below the level of where you just broke that high. That way you just secured in profits, right? Being able to trust where price action is right now is very, very, very key in what is happening and what is going on within these trades. Today we had two beautiful trades, and I wish I would have taken both of them on my fundeds. But it's all good to be able to tape read, to practice, to learn, so that this is how you grow. This is how you're able to dominate within the markets and not let the markets dominate you, because you can psychologically be able to see what's going on even when things are not at risk. Let me stop the music here for a second because I really want to speak on that. Even when things are not at risk, chat, understand this. Like, when you're tape reading, right? Like, people said, man, I want to know how to be, like, how do I trade? How do I learn how to trade when we are in markets that are like this? And I tell you, like, for one, the worst of the markets of what we were in February and March and April, possibly. You could say April too as well, right? The way that things were looking, you could say April too as well. But at the same time, at the same time, look, we're gonna close out at first TP. So I'm going to change this, guys. Like, I don't even want this to be you know how I have TP1? We're just gonna say this is full TP. And this is before midnight open. So if we get there, this is a win. Dubs in the chat. Chat is close. I mean, we'll be done with the trade, and we could just walk away within profits for today. So continuing on with what I was saying is, you have to you have to have an understanding of when you're just practicing uh in the markets, right? Trying to gain entry. Where should I enter into a trade? Where should I, close a trade? Or, like, people struggle with that. They have a hard time with entry points and exit points on trades. And as you can see, like, our first initial, like, where did we want to exit the trade? Right at midnight open, right? I kid you not. We said at midnight open, that's where we were going to exit the trade. But I said, man, if I'm just looking at how price action moved on today, if anything, if anything, I'm cool with what it is that we have now. I'm cool. I could walk away in peace. I could walk away in peace. But some people can't do that because they're greedy. We had a great trade on today, earlier today, right? Made profits, secured profits, and then we took this trade here. And so now that we have moved our stop to here, that means that we secured profits even on this trade. And price hasn't even came back to our stop out to our stop yet. So at least we were able to still secure profits on a trade, and it's okay. If it stop us out, hey, it stop us out, and we can continue to move on and enjoy the rest of our day. And we made money today. You have to be okay and be comfortable with that when you're day trading. But most people can't be. They're not built to be that way for some reason, and it's just psychologically is very hard and it's very difficult for them. And I get that, but I want you to be able to be successful within doing this. And sometimes it's not about you being greedy and trying to get the max on everything. Hey, you take what you can get. If there's $100, I always use this as an example. Like if someone sits $100 on the table and say, "Hey, you could either have this $100 or nothing at all," right? Me, I'm gonna take the 100 instead of walking away with nothing at all because it just makes more sense. It just makes more sense. So when the market offers you something, take it. Take it. Take it. Take it and leave it. Take it and leave it. So you can see market is continuing to push up at this level of where we are, and we're almost at full TP. We're almost at full TP. So do we get another big push to the upside, or do we just continue to sit here and wait? Man, Dubs in the chat, man. We got ourselves another banger. We got ourselves another banger. Look, this is me. When it comes to your stop, look. Now, move it to there. Now you fully secured profits, and you're looking for that last push to TP. If we reverse back, hey, it's okay. We earned free money on today and took a beautiful, beautiful trade. Can't beat it. You can't beat it. I'm loving this more and more and more and more and more, right? Because it just, all it shows is that, hey, how many people how many people are good enough to go live in real time and not do nothing from a replay, but do everything in a live market? Like that's where your true skill is. If you're in a live market and you're able to pull off beautiful trades in a live market and explain your reasoning as to why you took these trades, then that's what I want. So hopefully we get that last push. If not, if we get stopped out, hey, it is okay. We're gonna walk away with a dub and feel darn good about it. Cause that's all I care about is walking away with that win. That way we went 2 for 2 on today. As of right now, it's looking like we're gonna get stopped out, guys. We'll see. We'll see. I got a question. I got a question. So, what if, right? What if Trump never did the tariffs? Because think about this. I was just sitting here thinking, I was like, man, tariff talk really died down like crazy after things went to, I think it was what, the Supreme Court? So once things had went to the Supreme Court, right? Like the tariff talk and everything had died down. And once that died down, like you saw much more of a strong push within the market. But I want to track that. I want to see. Let's see. Let's see something. I'm gonna ask these questions to see, and you all can see with. Well, I know y'all probably want to be paying attention to the trade because it's looking like we're about to get stopped out. So I don't want to deter you from that. So what I'll do is I'll look it up from my phone. Okay, February 20th, 2026. Okay. The Supreme Court decision was February 20th, 2026. The Supreme Court ruled 6-3 that the president overstepped his legal authority, right? So that was February the 20th, 2026. Okay, we got stopped out, right? So we took profits on this trade. We got stopped out. Hey, it is what it is. This is a dub in the chat. Everybody say dub in the chat. All right. So there's another one. And we could put it there, right? So that's where I mean that's a cool trade. That's not I'm not mad at that at all, period, right? Like if we 114, I'll take that. I'll take that any day. Okay, so both trades on stream, man. Both are dubs. But real quick though, before we go, I did want to talk about this for a second. Um, the Supreme Court decision was February the 20th, 2026, right? They overruled Trump 6-3 with the tariff situation. And so I'm guessing you're asking me, Jeremy, why are you bringing that back up? Like, what is the point of you bringing that back up? And so this is what I wanted to show y'all. Like, let's go back on the daily chart and let's go to during that time. Like, if we can go during that time frame on the daily, then you'll be able to see like why it was so hard to trade within that market. Okay, so here's that whole tear situation of what we were trading, which was nothing but chop. This was the hardest time. Listen, my portfolio looked like butt cheeks. And I'm talking about my trading. Uh my trading looked like butt cheeks during this time frame here. All of this chop, all this mess. This was the hardest month in trading for me. I kid y'all not. I was talking to my mom about this, and I was like, Mom, like this has been one of the hardest times for me in the market, right? Like I'll be able to live and tell my kids that I traded in these Trump markets during this time with tariffs. The tariffs did not come free until they said February the 20th, right? That was this day here. So let's mark that. Let's mark that. And they really did that on a Friday? Like, yeah, right. Like they knew the answer to that post like prior to. But anyways, okay. So it happened here, right? So then the market continues to fall all the way to the end of March. And then from March on, we just went on an extreme rally. And this is where I say, hey, could this have been this within this market, right? Of power of three, right? If we remove this and we use this as a stage of accumulation, right? We catch the manipulation and then distribution. I don't know. I don't know. I think my yard man is here. Hold on. Okay. I don't know, but I mean, it remains to be seen, right? This stuff has to play itself out. So I'm just maybe I'm just digging at this point to try to gain a little bit more clarity, a little bit more understanding as to what initially happened during this time frame of all this chop that was right here. And then we got this beautiful move up, creating new all-time highs on, especially on the Nasdaq. Um, so I don't know. It remains to be seen. It's just something that I'm looking at. It's just something that I'm looking at. Now, if there's something that you see and you have questions on,
Yo, K, you up?
like even with the markets, like look at what it's doing now. Like, oh my goodness, my bad, y'all. Look at how it's reacting with a continuation on down to the downside. So we're gonna be looking when tonight. We're gonna be hopping right back on tonight. Because we kind of have an idea as to where we're going. Look at this, guys. The reversal was in. You see why we closed here and we trailed? That's what you call advanced trading right there. That's advanced trading. I just love when we're able to see what is happening in the markets and we're able to take advantage when it's time to take advantage. Okay? That's why I was talking about back down on that $100. I was like, hey, if a person put $100 here on the table and you have an opportunity to take it, what do? You take the $100 and you walk away. And that's exactly what we did. Two beautiful trades on today, right? AM session, PM session. Obviously, we didn't hit full TP, but that is fine. We was able to get a 1-to-1, and we got a nice 1-to-3 that was here this morning. So, yep, all on stream, and that's what I love. So, thank you all, man. Thank you everybody who tuned in, who joined in, who learned something from today, and let's do the same thing again tomorrow. Same thing again tomorrow. So, y'all already know how we do. It's your boy Jeremy. I'm out.